moment of pure terror. People fleeing for their lives in Malatya, Turkey. Whole buildings reduced to dust as the powerful earthquake ravaged Turkey and Syria. Rescuers now battling freezing temperatures as they sift through debris, searching for survivors and pulling out the dead. Many left waiting in shock for news of family and friends.
There are people still trapped under rubble. I have a friend living in this apartment. His children were rescued from the top floor, but his daughter broke an arm. We'll see what happened to those living on the ground floors.
Turkey's President Erdogan called it the worst disaster since the 1930s.
We do not know how far the number of dead and injured will rise as debris removal works continue in many buildings in the quake zone. Our hope is that we will recover from this disaster with the least loss of life.
One woman trapped in her destroyed apartment building rescued by crane. Cheaply and improperly built apartments have been a problem across the country, many of them now teetering on the edge of collapse. Across the border in Syria, workers scrambled to pull victims out from under destroyed buildings. A harrowing scene of a baby born in the rubble who was rushed to safety. The mother did not survive. Elsewhere, a rescuer frantically carried a little girl away from ruins. One survivor of the quakes described his family's escape from an almost certain death.
I have 4 children and my wife. We were at home sleeping peacefully. We felt the quake. It was very strong, so I pulled out with my wife and kids and ran directly towards the entrance of the house. As we reached the entrance of the building, it collapsed totally on us. A wooden door fell on us, which saved us. The building consists of 4 stories. None of the people in the other 3 stories have survived.
At this hospital in Afrin, more evidence of the enormity of the loss. Bodies wrapped in blankets fill the floor. The hardest hit regions in Syria are home to millions of displaced refugees from the country's civil war, living in poverty with little access to health care and few resources. The United Nations Secretary General tonight calling for support for both countries.
Let's work together in solidarity to assist all those hit by this disaster, many of whom were already in dire need of humanitarian aid.
The U.S. says it's working with Turkish authorities to provide assistance and rescue crews. More offers of aid have been pouring in as the world watches the death toll climb. We're joined now